Hello guys, this is Mrs. Travis. I'm doing this video to show you guys how to solve problem number 4 on this week's assignments. This week's assignments, we're dealing with chapter 8, section 2. So this is all in chapter 8, section 2 on page 328. So the problem asks us to estimate the perimeter of the figure to the nearest whole number. So first off, we need to kind of review perimeter. So just a rough review of perimeter. Perimeter is going to be the length around the perimeter of the figure. That is, and I'll highlight this in blue, the length around the outside of this image, its border, okay, or boundary. So that's the perimeter. If we can find that length, then we found the perimeter. So let me go ahead and erase that. Now there are two important things to know when we are trying to find the perimeter of figures on coordinate grids. The first thing we need to know is that the lengths that run along the edge of the squares on the grid are going to be 1 unit in length. So just highlighting that, I'll use pink to highlight that. So I'm talking about these lines here. So this line runs right along the outside of the grid itself, or runs on the lines of the grid. I enlarged that image here, so I'm talking about this portion right here. This is a line that runs right on the grid line. Those have a length of 1. You have another line in these figures, or in this figure here, and I'll highlight that in yellow, or actually I'll highlight it in blue because it'll show up better. And that's the diagonal lines. So the diagonal lines are the lines that run through the center of the squares, and I have this image enlarged. So it's this line here. These lines are the diagonals, okay? So we have the lines that are in blue, highlighted in blue, that's the diagonal, and the lines highlighted in pink, those lines are not diagonal. They're just lines that run along the grid itself. The pink line, the line that is not diagonal, has a length measurement of 1 unit. Then you have the diagonals. The diagonals, the one I have highlighted blue, the ones that run through the center of the grid squares, those are 1.5 units in length. Each one of those counts as 1.5 units. All right, so now we need to use that information to find the perimeter of this figure here. So let's go ahead and get started. What I like to do is count each square length, okay? The ones that run on the lines of the grid, and then I'll turn around and count the diagonals that I have, the number of diagonals that I have. So starting with counting the square lengths, we have 1, that's 1 unit in length. And what I'm saying here is basically erasing that. So this length here from this point to this point, that's 1 unit. Okay? That's 1. Then we have another one. Collectively, that's going to be 2 units. Then we have a third one. That's 3 units. And then finally a fourth length. That's 4 units. So this portion right here of the perimeter collectively is 4 units in length, okay? So that's where the 4 units comes from. But instead of doing it that way, it's a lot easier to just count them and then mark each one as you count so you don't double count it. So I'm going to count these instead. So this is 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units in length, okay? So that's 4 units. Then down here, I'll count how many lengths that run along the grid I have at the bottom. It's going to be 1, It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units on the bottom. So that's the length. We have 4 up here, and then a length of 4 down here. Now we need to find out what the diagonal lengths are. So the diagonal lengths I'll do in red. So each diagonal counts as a length of 1.5. So for this side here, this is 1.5. It has a length of 1.5 units. Okay. Then we have another length of 1.5 units. So that's 1.5 plus another 1.5. That gives us collectively 3 units in length. Okay, so erasing this so that it's a little more neat. This diagonal here is a length of 3 units. Okay, so another way to figure out the diagonal lengths is to count how many diagonals you have and then multiply them by how many you have. So let's try that on this side. So on this side we have 1 diagonal and another diagonal. So that's 2 diagonals. So 2 diagonals times how much each one of those diagonals are, we have times 1.5. So that's 1.5 plus 1.5, or 1.5 times 2, which gives us another 3 units. Okay? So that's 2 different ways to figure it out. You can add up 1.5 as many times as you need to, or you can start to multiply to make it go more quickly. So here we have 1 diagonal at 1.5 units, another diagonal at 1.5 units. Together they make 3 units in length. And then you have your 2 on this side for 3 units long as well. So now when we're finding the perimeter, I'll use my highlighter again to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to start by counting this length here. This length here is 3 units in length. So the perimeter is going to be 3 plus, because we're adding with the perimeter. And then this length right here is 4. So I'm going to change that. So we're using colors so you guys don't get confused. So that's 4 units plus this length right here. That's going to be 3 units. And then we have plus this next 3 units in length. So that's plus another 3. Then we're going to add the 4 units down here. Plus our final section, which is a length of 3. So then the last thing to do is to add these all together. So you get 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 more is 9, another 3 is 12. So we have our lengths of 3 collectively are 12 units in measure. And then we need plus our lengths of 4. We have 2 of those. 4 plus 4 is 8. We add those lengths together. Okay, and we get 20 units. So the perimeter of the figure in number 4 is going to be 20 units. All right, let me know if you have questions. Thank you.